Hello, and welcome to this presentation on the Wild Salmonid Support Fund. Today, I'll be providing an overview of this exciting programme, reflect on the first year of funding, and outline everything you'll need to know about the second year of the fund. If we look to the programme in question, the Wild Salmonid Support Fund is a 5-year programme that will see £1.5 million invested by Salmon Scotland to support the status of wild salmon and sea trout stocks in Scottish rivers and enhance wild fisheries. The fund represents an important partnership between Salmon Scotland and Fisheries Management Scotland. Both organisations have been delivering this work as part of each sector's interest to support and conserve the habitats of wild salmon in Scotland. 2021 saw the launch of the fund, and £60,000 was made available to grant applicants. Organisations had the opportunity to request grants of up to £25,000. The fund launched in April 2021, and the first year of the fund proved to be a competitive one. 9 applications were submitted to the sum of over £150,000, and ultimately 5 organisations were awarded funds amounting to £72,000. The additional monies awarded were testament to the quality of applications submitted. And to gain some greater insight into the first year of the fund, let's take a look at some of the successful projects that received grant monies. First up, we have Argyll Fisheries Trust in the west of Scotland. In August 2021, the Trust received a grant of £18,600 to invest in habitat restoration activities. This project can be defined by a number of different pillars. Firstly, woody debris and stones will be added to a local burn to improve habitat complexity and the recruitment of sea trout. An excavator will also be used to scrape soil from areas of the bank, and old tree stumps and newly cut timber will be placed into the channel. Monitoring activity will be undertaken, and the Trust will collaborate with local landowners, all of which will be overseen by the Trust's senior biologists as well as local volunteers. Moving onwards, we have Carluke Estate Trust in the Outer Hebrides, which received a grant of £9,251 to undertake a project that will aim to improve salmon spawning grounds on the Carluke River. This is a practical project that will see the distribution of gravel across a stretch of the river, and activities will represent a significant first step in the estate's efforts to improve the sustainability of wild salmon in the Western Isles. Finally, in the northeast of Scotland, we have the Flow Country River Trust. This organisation received a grant of £10,070, and grant monies will go towards a research project that will involve survey work on microinvertebrates in 10 rivers within the Trust area. By building up high-quality data across 10 locations, the Trust feel that the project has the potential to increase understanding of local ecosystems and support evidence-based management of the riverine environment. Now that we've explored the success of the programme in its first year, let's take a look at the launch of the programme in 2022. This year, £120,000 will be made available, and organisations are invited to request grants in the range of £10,000 to £35,000. Once again, the application process will consist of the submission of an application form, followed by a brief assessment call with a Foundation Scotland assessor. Please note, if you applied for funding last year, you may apply once again for the second year of funding, provided that you meet the eligibility criteria. Individual projects can be funded for up to 18 months through this programme, and for the second year, the following timelines will apply. The fund will launch on Monday the 7th of February. Grant applications will close on Monday the 21st of March, and decisions will be relayed to applicants in the week commencing 23rd of May 2022. Project activities will commence in June 2022. Much like the first year of the programme, the second year of the Wild Salmonid Support Fund will still invest in projects which benefit wild salmon and sea trout stocks in Scottish rivers and enhance wild fisheries in the shared connected waters where the salmon farming sector operates. Projects of the following nature will remain priorities for this programme. Practical projects which meet the objective of enhancing wild fisheries habitats, innovative projects that allow aquaculture technology and wild fish sector expertise to be deployed for wild salmonid development, and finally, projects that quantify hazards and secure the ability to measure potential impacts better. The fund will support the delivery of capital and feasibility work linked to successful projects, and the programme is open to applications covering rivers in the space shared between aquaculture and wild fisheries. Please note, whilst the programme is open to applications from across Scotland, priority will be given to applications covering the aquaculture zone on the west of Scotland. Now let's move forward and explore some of the frequently asked questions with the Wild Salmonid Support Fund. Question 1 states, we need new technical expertise that we don't currently have. Can we apply for a new post? In response, the Wild Salmonid Support Fund will not support the salary of a new permanent staff member. Nonetheless, the fund will consider a proportionate contribution to existing staff time. That will be applied to the project for which funding is sought. If you do need to hire a contractor or buy in special support, this can be considered, but only for temporary roles directly linked to the project for which you're applying. Question 2 states, the fund supports capital and feasibility work linked to successful projects. What do you mean by this? The fund will support the replication of successful projects that have been run elsewhere and will also support the costs of conducting a feasibility study into the delivery of this project in new settings and/or support the cost of buying equipment to run the project in a new area. Question 3 states, can organisations apply for funding to support existing work? Organisations may apply for existing projects provided that they have a very strong fit with the fund's aims and can evidence indicators of success. If an organisation is successful, will they receive full costs or is there an expectation of match funding? Salmon Scotland will fund the full project costs where possible. However, it may be that some costs applicable for the project would be ineligible under the current criteria, and therefore we would require evidence of match funding in these circumstances. Can an organisation apply for multiple projects or apply as a partnership as well as individually? Yes. However, it will be noted by the panel that the organisation has more than one bid or has a partnership with other bids to be considered. If the second year of funding proves to be competitive, it could be that in the interest of fairness, only one of the applications is funded. My organisation received a grant in the first year of the programme. Can I reapply? Yes. Beneficiary organisations from the first year of the programme will be eligible to submit a grant application for the second year. If first year applicants should have any questions on their second year projects, they are encouraged to get in touch with the Fund's Programme Advisor at Foundation Scotland. All answers to the frequently asked questions can be found on the Fund page, which is on the Foundation Scotland website. At Foundation Scotland, you are only a phone call or email away from tailored application support. So if you do have any queries regarding this fund, please contact the Programmes Advisor as outlined below. I hope that you enjoyed today's presentation and that you're excited and enthusiastic about applying for the second year of the Wild Salmonid Support Fund. Thank you.